When I tell you I have had it up to here with my phone telling me you're out of storage. So we're gonna bring it back to this grainy ass Mac. Camera quality. Like, fuck off. Let's see what's up. You're out of storage. I was 2 minutes in, bitch. Happy and beautiful and blessed Thursday morning, right? Let's see what's up. The Wheel of Fortune. Something is changing. Something is shifting. Yeah. We have the Ten of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Excuse me. So naturally, of course, what goes up must come down, and vice versa. The pendulum swings both back and forth, and with the 10 and 9 of Cups coming right after the Wheel of Fortune, it just kind of feels like that's the energy that one is shifting into. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say that perhaps, maybe things have kind of just been feeling as though one has been at the bottom of the wheel, shall I say. Right? Maybe one has been feeling as though they've been at the bottom of the wheel. But the thing is, right, with the Wheel of Fortune as well too, it's the number 10, and 10s focus on, the complete completions. Cycles is a cyclic number, quite like literally, the wheel is a cycle. But what is it that cycles teach us? What is it that they illuminate to us about ourselves? Because without that self-awareness, we're kind of just in a perpetual kind of cycle, a never-ending one. You know what I mean? So maybe, as I said, one has been feeling as though they've been at the bottom of the wheel. But what has the cycle that is closing out, what has it taught you? And the thing is, like, I've been thinking this to myself as well too, that like certain cycles will still show up, but it's kind of just like, given previous knowledge from past experience and everything of this nature, it's the choices and the actions that you really make that get you out of, these kind of situations and whatnot. It's insane how cyclic everything is here. Let's like elaborate on the Wheel of Fortune. Because that's the thing, like, as well too, if you're not like aware as well too, right? Like, you're kind of, what's really dictating how the wheel flows is your unawareness. And of course, naturally, it's better to be cautious and to be aware because, Justice in reverse for the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, stepping outside of that. Seven of Swords for the Justice in reverse. Queen of Wands. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. Setbacks is what came to mind. But the Seven of Swords for the Justice in reverse as well too. And the Ten of Swords here in reverse, another 10. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, setbacks and whatnot here. And what have you. Look, another 10. So we have like 3 10s here basically already. We do. the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Trippy. And then I have, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords in reverse, and then the Three of Swords in reverse. So yeah, some kind of setback, or setbacks, and whatnot here. Because with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse as well too, that can just kind of feel like a little bit of like stagnant kind of energy, and especially, yeah, a sense of stagnation, right? But sevens as well too are also very introspective numbers. So it's like in the midst of these setbacks, and it's a pentacle regarding what you were investing in, doing, creating, whatever it may be, right? As I'm like a broken record, as I said in my other like readings or whatever, that setbacks can work in our favor if we like allow it to. It allows us to do some introspection, right? Because of the Seven of Pentacles as well too, right? That can inverse. It could also just kind of focus on kind of redirecting. You know what I mean? Perhaps these setbacks have brought some kind of redirection. You know what I mean? Following for that, yes, the Ten of Pentacles, as I said, the Two and the Three of Swords, both in reverse. I feel like this pause has kind of caused some kind of healing with the Three of Swords in reverse, some kind of healing and some kind of like unveiling of some nature of some sort. With the Two Swords, they're in reverse, right? Because that focuses on kind of, there can be like a sense of avoidance with the Two Swords, an avoidance of making a choice, of seeing something, right? The Eight of Cups, it's walking away from something. What's a 10 and the Nine of Cups about? Two of Pentacles. And that's like the thing, right? Like earlier today as well too. I kind of like saw this. I was just kind of just like seeing like this bike going, but it was kind of just like, like when you're like on a bike or whatever, and you're kind of just trying to find your balance, and you're kind of just, going, kind of whatever. It's something about finding a balance. Something about balance for sure, especially with the Jesses, which is the scales and whatnot here. That Ten of Swords is back there again. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. I like that we have some pages and an ace. That's a lot. That's like fresh, curious energy, inspired energy. What's the Two of Pentacles about? Definitely something of a balance, because we also have two twos, the Two Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. No freaking way, we're back again, back at it again with this Ten of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups, the Ten of Wands. We have another 10, bitch. We have another 10. And there's something like regarding the past as well too here, the Six of Cups, and it's kind of just like, you can't really be balanced as well too if you're kind of, if you have like a heavy ass frickin' like, if you're carrying just like rocks, right? Rocks just being the things that are weighing you down, things that aren't even yours, burdens and whatnot here. It's in reverse, so definitely like something has been like released and whatnot here, especially with the Seven of Cups as well too in reverse. That paired along with the Two Swords, there's kind of like a disillusioned kind of energy. You know what I mean? something as well too about perspective, especially with the Page of Swords. Our experiences and everything of this nature as well to really mold our perspective on things, and depending on where how we view things, quite like literally impacts everything. You know what I mean? No, don't even think about it. No. Thank you. Okay, so like basically like what's happening and what's just like going on here is just that like I'm just wrapping this like all up really. Um with the Wheel of Fortune, things are shifting, things are changing, and it kind of just feels like going from one end of the stick to the other, right? But because that's just like I said, that's life and whatnot here, right? But the thing is, why am I having a brain freeze? Not a brain freeze, but I'm kind of just like paused or whatever. No, hold on, girl, because don't even think about it, babes. Don't even think about it. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm saying here, girl, is like things are always happening for us, not to us, and you know maybe things have just been like very rocky, especially perhaps over the past few years, to be honest with you here. But truthfully, like what has that like left you with? What has it taught you? You know what I mean? What has it illuminated to you? Because there's something about really seeing through something and like releasing something and kind of choosing the truth as well too, with a sense of disillusionment and whatnot here. And with all these tens and everything, numerology is very important. You know what I mean? Like there's messages in the numbers. You know what I mean? We have nines here, sevens. With these nines as well too, right? Nines are very like independent. Like think of just like the quite literally the nine of pentacles. You know what I? No, no. As I was saying, right? Think of just like the nine of pentacles or whatever. Um, I think that in the midst of all like this turbulence or whatever it may be, and just like stagnation and setbacks, we also have the Nine of Wands there, right? I remember mentioning that it could have just like really like illuminated one's own capability and strength, um, something of that nature and whatnot here, right? This is getting like longer than I thought it would be. But it's important as well too. She can't slip through because of her cone. It's important as well too to never give power or to surrender to these unfavored, shall I say, circumstances that we find ourselves in, because nothing is permanent. Like all is temporary, and don't like let these situations like define, you know, you, whatever it may be. But Two of Wands, and just it's really just about just embarking on your own journey and just trusting yourself and being confident and being bold and being very much unapologetic about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess moral of this all is something is changing and something is shifting, and you need to trust that, right? You need to trust it. Perhaps even if it feels as though things are taking its like own jolly time or something, if you still need to trust that things are changing. Perhaps you already have been noticing like certain like shifts and whatnot, right? But allow things to unfold and to just keep trusting, but to also keep choosing the truth and and yourself. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense.